used coffee grounds. That's what won the poll, so that's what we did. Now, you could probably guess from the thumbnail and the title of this video that it was less than ideal, and that is putting it lightly. Now, I get a lot of people that ask to see the whole procedure on how to make it. I'm working on it. I'm trying to condense it down into one video. I'm trying not to make it multiple parts, but I am working on an entire video of the start to finish procedure of making sporting antique muzzleloading propellant. So for the folks who keep asking me, I'm working on it. We're working on it. But we did a poll, obviously, a few weeks ago, and the used coffee grounds won. I saved up some coffee grounds for a few days. If it matters, if anyone cares to know, this stuff happens to be UBAN. I don't think it really matters, and you'll see why in a little bit. But we did all the same stuff, like in all the other ones. It's all made the same, milled for 24 hours. We made the charcoal the same. Everything is the same, 77, 13, 10. And I'm sorry if I sound depressed, but the results were quite depressing.
I am depressed.
So here's how it went. So here we have our used coffee ground black powder. And I'll be honest, I don't have high hopes for this.
You got it!
That's really lame.
What's lame?
1166.
Oh.
Now, I have to apologize for how choppy the editing is here out in the field. I did that for two particular reasons. One, there is so much foul language, it would really take me a long time to edit all of it out, so it's easier for me to just chop it up and narrate over it, because we were really taken aback by how badly this performed.
That's one shot.
One shot. Wow, and I thought the lamp black was bad. Shot number 2 with the used coffee grounds.
That was dead bullseye on that thing.
1166. You know, I'm gonna swab it because I'm afraid I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah, let's do that. So that's how bad that is.
Wow.
That's what, Jake, 2 shots?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Barely. Let me get one more through it just to get another number, but I'm not shooting anymore this.
Yeah. This is
You can't be saying the F-bomb on the internet, can you?
I always edit out the bad words.
yeah.
Shot number 3 with the used coffee grounds. $13.69. What the hell?
That's still not good enough,
No,
man.
that's complete junk.
That's not even close to GoX.
And it hangs. You hear how bad it hangs?
Yeah, bad hang fires.
So let's try.
Gonna up it some.
I'm gonna up it to 100 grains.
Okay.
Let's see what that does.
Double the charge.
If I don't know that it'll matter, but
I don't know, man.
wow. Man, I've made some bad black powder, but
Yeah, wow.
and people were so hopeful too. I had a bunch of people that were like, "Oh, I got a bunch of used coffee grounds. I bet it'll work well."
Everyone's hopeful. Everyone's hopeful for the ridiculous stuff. Ever since we did the toilet paper, it's like, oh, let's try some more ridiculous stuff. This ought to be even better. No.
I think
No, it's pretty obvious that the science behind why toilet paper charcoal is so good is, I mean, it's obvious.
jeez.
That's bad.
I think
man.
I'm done trying ridiculous stuff.
That's bad. You shouldn't have to do that when you're loading, man.
Okay. 100 grain charge of the used coffee grounds.
12?
1883.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Like that, it hangs like bad flintlock action.
Yeah.
Like a bad flintlock. And that's not what this thing does.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
No, it's beyond dirty.
That is filthy.
That's filthy.
And that's just from one shot?
Yeah, that was a 100 grain shot.
Oh my God. That is, dude.
Junk. Now, typically, I would give you guys all the numbers, right? How it averaged, what the spread was, what the energy was, and all of that stuff. And I am not going to bother because that was bloody and awful. I mean, dang. Wow. I've made some bad black powder in my day, man, but I had no idea that the used coffee grounds, would perform so awful. A lot of you guys might remember the carbon black one we did a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, I think, rather, now. And that was the worst. That was by far the worst black powder ever. It was absolutely filthy. And I did not expect the coffee grounds to be worse. And it most definitely was worse. As you can see there, I didn't even bother taking all the same amount of shots because it literally doesn't matter. We're not going to use that. We're not going to ever try that again. That was a unmitigated disaster. You did see the one shot there, which was 100 grains, where all of my tests are done with 50 grains. We doubled the charge just to see if we could get any decent velocity, which we did, 1830 something. I didn't even write it down because I just do not care. But it took doubling the charge to get into the low 1800s, which is where our Cottonelle powder performs basically all the time with 50 grains. And also, it was so filthy, I couldn't even load it. I had to clean it in between shots, and it was a train wreck. Man, that was rough. It's the first time I felt bad for my rifle loading it with such horrible, horrible black powder. I think it'll be okay. The rifle, that is. I didn't have high hopes for it from the get-go simply because when we were lighting it off on the floor, it just didn't seem to make a lot of energy. It looked like it was going to be weak. I certainly didn't expect it to be that weak, but oh well. I did expect it to be dirty because coffee grounds are oily. Coffee is oily. But it was bad. Whoa, whew, dang, that was bad. Real bad. One of the things I find interesting about doing these kind of tests is there's always people that seem to think that that'll work pretty well because of some particular thing. People thought, not everyone, of course, but there was a lot of people that thought the carbon black would perform well for whatever particular reason. It did not. Same thing with the coffee grounds. There were a lot of people that seemed to think that this would work at least halfway decent. I don't know even how to say it. I got words to describe it, but I'd spent a bunch of time editing them out, which we had to do in the video, as you saw. So this wins the award for the worst black powder ever. Which I was not expecting. I didn't think anything we would try would beat the carbon black, but used coffee grounds definitely wins the worst black powder ever award. Now, something I should mention about the Scott's video we did a while ago is I had multiple comments. I probably had a dozen comments from people that said, you really can't tell that the Cottonelle is the best because you only tested it one time. I don't know how I managed to give so many people the impression that we only ever made one test batch and tested it one time, because we haven't. We've probably made 3 pounds of the Cottonelle black powder from different batches of toilet paper, like, that you'd buy at the store. And it continues to outperform everything. So I don't know how I managed to give people that impression, but that's definitely not the case. And to be honest, I'm a little hurt that you guys would think that I would do such lousy science. I mean, It's not like I'm Dr. Fauci or something. I think I'll get over it. But no, we have tested plenty of Cottonelle powder from different batches of Cottonelle, and it continues to outperform everything. So I don't know how I managed to give people that impression, but no, that's not the case, just so we're all on the same page. So the next one I think we're going to try, I'll put up another poll, I think, and we'll go from there as far as what people like to, would want to see. But the problem is you guys pick bad stuff. I didn't expect the coffee grounds to be that bad, and I bet you guys didn't either, but holy cow, that was rough. Man. I need a drink. So as usual, if you thought this video didn't suck, do me a favor and hit the like button. Consider subscribing, and if you did think it sucked, well, then go make your own damn video.